up so I can see chat and all that. I still feel like crap, but I did go to work today. I'll explain that in a second. Let's see, where are we? Why does it not show that we're live on this one? There we go. There it is. Alright, hold on one second. Alright, anyways, hi guys. My name's Nick, if you don't know. I'm a type 1 homeless diabetic living in my van in Sarasota, Florida. So I was able to get to work today, which was nice. Good part is that I went to work. Bad part is it only ended up being 2 hours, so I made $50. Wasn't a full day like I was expecting. We were supposed to redo the bathroom as well, and something happened where they're not ready for the plumbing issue that's going on in there. So I was only able to clean the gutters and paint a wall outside around the electrical boxes and rake up a little bit of the yard, which is actually quite a bit done for $50. I need to either work slower because I got normally that would have costed a customer probably about $250 just for the one wall, and then because it's out exterior and it's T111, that stuff just is horrible to paint. And then, of course, the gutter cleaning usually is about $75 for the house. And then, the raking and all that. But I got it all done in like 2 hours. Because like I said, when I get there, I try to mean business. I try to get to work. I try to do things right. But, my prices are still low for right now, just so I can stay busy. And then Mondays, so that's one little step up we got, and I did get the 2 cash apps the other day. That did help me eat. So we got $50 as of right now because I used that money to eat already. Bad problem is Monday's job canceled, so I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do fuel, but it's alright, I'm going to figure it out. I don't really have to drive anywhere besides to move around the van. I still have a little bit of fuel, so and I've got enough food for a few days. Not very, $50 will probably last me till what day is today? Saturday. Probably last me till Monday to eat, so I'm good for a little bit. I do have work definitely on from the guy I just did. He's getting a pod delivered in the bathroom. I'll hopefully be ready by then, so I can go back and do the work over there. We've got to do some drywall repair and then paint the bathroom, and then load up this pod that he's getting. He's selling his house, so very nice gentleman. I know I'm also supposed to have another moving job this week, but I haven't heard back from them yet. I did post some more ads. I do need to see the doctor on Monday because I've been very sick. I'm still sick. My insulin, I think my insulin's spoiled. I don't think it's working at all. So I've been very sick for the last few days. Having a little bit of food has helped it a bit, but I'm still running over 300 every day. And I'm taking my insulin like I should, and nothing's helping. It won't go down, so I'm very nervous about getting ketoacidosis, but which is not good. If you don't know what that is, it puts acid into your blood, and you get it from your sugars being too high, and it can kill you. So I just got to be real careful with that. But I swear, every time it's one step up, one step down. But that's part of figuring out. That's why this is not. People are like, go get a job, do this, do that, blah, blah, blah. But it's not that easy. Things happen, and this is what happens, especially when you're out here. You can't plan on anything, and first of all, I can't just go get a regular job. I don't have a birth certificate and a social security card. And then there's the whole fact that not a lot of people are going to hire you if your hygiene's horrible. And right now, I'm sorry, I can't do anything. But I have no shower. I have no way to stay clean. I just barely making enough to eat once a day. It's a very long process because you got to try to figure out, but I'm at least out there every day, trying to work. Like I said, I went to work this morning. Customer's great. It's just ended up being a short day, and it was, unexpected. It was, I was told it was going to be a longer day or whatever, but it's fine. Typically, I usually have a minimum of 4 hours. Right? That's what I need to start doing because I can't do these $50 jobs. I had to drive out to the town over, which is just Bradenton, but that costs, $10 just to get there and back. So I'm not making very much when I do these. I need to have, like, if it's out there, I need to have like a half day minimal or something. And I'll get more work. I'm not more, it's just the in between. It's like you never, like so many things change day to day when you have to do like this type of work to make money. That sometimes, especially when you're first starting, and in my situation at the same time, getting people to trust you. And every single person that I've done a job for has given me recommendations and have been amazing people. But it's still, just getting, it's harder to let somebody in my position in somebody's home because they, unfortunately, people think bad about homeless people. And not all homeless people are bad. So it's just a stereotype, There are bad ones, absolutely, but there's bad regular people too. Half these people that scam people aren't homeless people scamming people. They're contractors and they're just normal people with normal, and they're still bad people. But it is what it is. But we're out here at the park today. We're gonna watch the sunset. Oh, I don't feel awesome, so as soon as the sunset's done, we're probably, gonna call it a show. But that'll still be about 45 minutes, anyways. That'll be about a normal show. We got about 45 minutes to an hour till sunset, so it'll be around a full show, anyways. But like I said, it's just there's so many obstacles in life when you're homeless that it's so hard to get out of being homeless. I sit here in this van every day trying to figure it out. I don't try to sit there and just be lazy and do nothing, and it's hard because you look for, especially when you have customers and they say, okay, you're going to work on this day, and then I know things happen. Like this lady, absolutely not her fault. Amazing lady, she's been nice, she's very communicative with me. She said she'll have to reschedule, something happened. I'm not going to get into it, her personal details, but hello Danny, how's it going? But when you look forward to that day at work and then it gets canceled, it's like shit. That was my insurance money. I've got till the 11th on my insurance. I'm not stressing it completely yet. So it's not like that's a dire necessity. Fuel is, and food is. But like I said, I did work today, and but I just wish it would have been a full day. 2 hours is like, I drove, 20 minutes there, 20 minutes back for 2 hours of work and made $50. And it's like, yes, I'm happy to have that because that gives me food for the next couple days. But these little jobs, have to get a little bit bigger. Like I said, it's not his fault either. The plumber never, finished doing what he had to do for us to drywall the place to get it ready. So, and he is going to have me back on Thursday. So, and that's going to be a little bit longer day. We've got to load up a whole pod and stuff like that. So, and then $20, even if I only would have made $20 profit that day, $20 is $20, and I've got to take everything I can. It's just, I'm using a lot of fuel that I can't replace right now is the hard part. I still have about 6 more gallons of fuel that I can use. So, which will last me, 3 or 4 days of moving the van around. So, about 3 days of moving the van around. So, I'm not in a shithole spot yet, but it's just like, I swear, it always sucks when somebody cancels and you're expecting it because you're looking with, ooh, or like today when I thought today was going to be an 8-hour day and ended up being a 2-hour day. Because you're like, ooh, I got this coming in, I can pay this, I can pay this, I can pay this. Everything's going to be good, and I can relax for a minute and just breathe and not have to stress. Not by relax, man. I'm still going to work and stuff like that, but, just my mind can relax. And then, of course, if that changes, all kinds of different things change too, and it's like, shit. I'm back to the drawing board. And even if I've got to go back to that drawing board 30 times, whatever, I'll do it. It is what it is. I was just very thankful and hopeful to have the insurance and gas and food for a week, just to not think about that, especially in the insurance. But I still, like I said, I have time for that, and I am still posting, and I'm still going to get more work. The more recommendations I get, the more I'm going to get work. It might be a slow month. It might be only 2 or 3 jobs a week, but that'll keep me fed and all that, and get my name up there, and that's what I need right now. So I've got to look at it positively, and I've got to remember every time so far that we've been okay. I've made it through it. I've stressed out, but I'm just going to keep trying my hardest, and being loyal to myself, and keep trying and not giving up, and I'll get there. But like I said, I have a doctor's appointment on Monday. I got to get in there and see them because I've been very sick lately. I still went to work sick today, but let me tell you, it's hard being sick. I'm standing up against this wall in the sun. I was painting this some T111, and that stuff is just a pain in the butt. 'Cause all he had is, I don't have my own tools anymore, so all he had was this, like, I don't know, big lots paintbrush that was like not what you need for this job. And I still made it look good. It's just a lot when you don't have the right brush or the right tools. The job's 20 times harder than it is. And I still finished it in very, very good timing. I'm a very good painter. I'm a very fast painter. But it's like I don't know why people do it. It's like when you can't, if you're gonna cheap out on something, never cheap out on tools, because you get what you pay for when it comes to tools. You buy a good brush, you're gonna get a good job. You buy a good hammer, it's gonna last a long time. You buy a good drill, it's gonna it's gonna outperform the other ones. It's one thing you don't slack on, and it will, and also the one brush is dead now. Just because you don't clean those out, and you just never come out of it because they frill. It's a cheap bristle stuff. But you buy a good brush, you can use that, especially if you're the homeowner, you could use that one brush for the whole time you own your home. As long as you clean it out and take care of it and stuff, I just never understood why the people went cheap on that stuff, because then you're going to have to throw it out and buy a new one next time you need it. And the new brushes, like you can get a nice pretty brush for $20, It's 4 times the price of the other brush, but it's going to last you, the other one's you're going to throw away. That one you literally use for the rest of your life if you take care of it. I've had brushes before last me years and years and years, and I painted every day with them. And it's just how you take care of your equipment. But anyways, I just have to, keep posting and keep, my head up. Like I said, this guy is writing me a good review today. He's having me back, so that's good. It wasn't very much money today, but it was something, and a good review. The reviews are priceless, because that gets more people to trust me. So I don't like going all the way out to Bradenton to do work though, which is not there. I'm like, it's 20 minutes, but it just stinks when you're running lower on fuel. Oh man, my eyes are burning today. I got like paint on me and stuff. I gotta shower so bad. I'm so in need of a shower. If I get busy, one day this month, I would like at least get a hotel room for one freaking night and just take a 5-hour shower. That's all I want. Oh, would it be so nice to just take a long hot shower. Especially in this heat, because like I said, this van gets like 1,000 degrees, So it's definitely hard to sit in this van all day and sweat and then not be able to shower. I've got to be one of the stinkiest people in the world right now. Now I try to like wash my hands and my arms or whatever, my face up a little bit every day and like at a gas station or whatever, but it's about all I can do. It's not a whole lot. It's kind of gross. I'm a very clean person when it comes to my body. But it is what it is, hopefully we have a nice sunset tonight. It's a good view. I still do not like this camera at all, but it's something. I miss the old one. Hopefully everybody's gonna have a good weekend this weekend though, and we'll be back to our lives. Like I said, every day, I'm trying my best to keep them every day. I usually post if they're not gonna happen that day though. Oh man, cannot wait to have a boat though. It's gonna be amazing. Just being out there on that water right now would just be absolutely fantastic. Heck, I'd jump in the freaking ocean every day and just clean up and then take a bottle of water and rinse the salt off me. I love the ocean. It's good for you too. It's with the salt and all that. It's a good antibiotic. It's good for your skin. As long as you wash salt off after. Oh man. I do enjoy this little park though. It's so much quieter than the other one. It's a good place to watch the sunset. I like the palm trees in the background, how they're set up and all that. I was going to record it from the gazebo today, but I did not charge my phone today. I forgot to. So I have to leave it plugged in the van while we do this, or I wouldn't be able to go live. I want to try to get a closer view tomorrow. We definitely won't be able to do the beach tomorrow, as I don't have fuel to get there. I've got to save every penny I just made today for a few, just for food. But man, I was walking around the grocery store earlier because, you know, to get something. I got a can of raviolis, but even those are expensive now. It's like $2 for a can of raviolis. When is the No Kings protest? Is that today? I haven't watched anything on protest in a while. I completely, honestly forgot about I know they were doing them, which I would cover them if I, oh yeah, they have a crap going on right now, don't they? Huh. I see IRT media is on too. Yeah, I didn't even honestly know that they were going to be on today. There's just so much hate in the world right now, and everything's just blah. All right, I'm going to end this, and then we're going to go ahead and restart it and cover IRT. I really didn't know it was today, so let's go ahead and watch some protests together. We haven't done that in a while, and I can keep that live for a while. So we'll get some hours in today and just keep it recording or whatnot. So I'm going to end this, and then we're going to go live in like 2 minutes, and I'll just cover IRT. We'll watch IRT together. Like I said, I didn't even know it was today, but we'll watch it together. It's been a while, so I don't mind doing that tonight. So we'll be right back. We're going to skip the sunset, and we're going to watch some protests together. All right, I'll be right back. All right, let's see.